Hey, for those listening to this, thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of need, I think, on the planet for many different things, and we can say that some of it is more important than others. But I feel that we're all needing to support each other in different ways, and this is my total need for support on this project that I have going on for 3 years, which is when I got this piece of land, and I've wanted to develop it in just a sustainable way, a place where nature is predominant, and I love green. I allow it to grow all over the place, and I've grown with this land for sure, just experiencing what it's like to maintain it and coexist with everything that's so alive around me. And what's been developing in my heart, and also what I've been seeing in my direct experience, is people seeking out the space where I live as some kind of a refuge sometimes just needing to get away for a little bit. But in most cases, what I've seen and what I feel is this need to work together on ourselves, because we do maybe our own inner work sometimes, and generally we go away on a retreat to do something a bit more intense. And I used to kind of make fun of retreats because it can be a bit too luxurious, let's say, or seemingly futile. But what I see with sharing space with someone, especially in a space that's a little bit more intense, which is where I live, the intensity is the closeness to nature. The intensity is the rusticness of the living situation of the home, of having limited electricity, of having limited water, of having to be conscious of everything you do, of how you walk, of how you move around the house, of how you use the resources. Just that alone makes it a lot more intense, and intense in a good way, because the level of consciousness that it brings can only be good for you. My experience has been... It's my dog falling into the river. My experience is that it has brought me so much growth, just to be able to be grateful for nature, and to be grateful for how nature brings us back to our center if we allow it. And I'm not talking about mushrooms. I'm just talking about being around plants, just being around trees, just being around water, being around the earth. It's as simple as that. It's not about having like fancy or exotic ceremonies. Although all of those things are amazing, really, really amazing, and very attention grabbing. These are things that people look for, and they are special. But just the simplicity of living rustic brings you back to an inner wisdom that I find so special, and I could see it when people stay here. I could see how much it benefits everyone. And above that, the inner work that we're always doing in my home and in my circle is the deconstructing of the false self. So basically it's getting as close to the true self as possible, which is an adventure, absolute adventure, an absolute mystery sometimes, and an absolute delight sometimes. And this is a space where that is nurtured and pushed and expected and sustained. This is what I do, and this is what I really love to do. And I've been out of this whole matrix thing mostly for the last 11 or so years that I've left the United States. And staying out of the matrix has been a whole adventure. figuring out an income that's, not dependent on a business, someone else's business. That has been a whole adventure. It's been a whole growth process, and building this space that I want to build. It's a humble project. It's not wanting much, but this space for me is the hope of doing what I feel that I am needing to do on this planet, while also finding a way to sustain myself a bit more easily than how it's been the past few years. So I appreciate so much any time you've taken to check this out. Please message me with any questions you have, any conversations you want to have. I have offerings in the profile of what I would love to give in exchange as well for people who are donating, depending on how much you want to donate. And of course, I always ask people to give in whatever way that they can, because I have friends who have just helped me haul wood to my house, and that's an immense help because they have a pickup truck and they have time. So grateful for all the kinds of help in however way that it comes. Hope to speak soon. Ciao.